20% here, and I am back with my typical after con video. I'm doing a little vlog to talk about Lvl Up Expo. I got to go to Lvl Up Expo not too long ago, and it was an experience. This video may end up being longer than expected. I might go on a ramble one or two times, but I just kind of want to give my experience of the con. Breaking it down to start, the con itself was actually pretty fun. The con itself always has really fun events, is always really great to go and hang out and meet my old friends and people I haven't seen in a very long time, so that was really good and really fun to do. I would say one of my gripes over the con overall is that the mask mandate was not enforced. They said that they were going to, you know, make sure everyone was wearing their masks. They were not. It was not enforced, and I literally spent most of my time dodging people who did not have masks on. I was very safe about it. I myself double masked and was very, very cautious and safe about being around people. But I'm kind of disappointed in Lvl Up for that not even the security guards, some of them weren't even wearing masks, and like nobody was enforcing it at the door, even though they said on the website that masks are enforced. It's like they put up little signs and said, well, if that doesn't stop them, I don't know what will. So that was kind of frustrating. I thought that I would be safer due to them saying the mask mandate was going to be, you know, enforced, but they did not do that, and for that I am very disappointed in Lvl Up. I can't say it's completely their fault because their security staff definitely wasn't saying anything about it, so maybe it's the security for the convention center itself, but I'm really disappointed in that. I probably won't be doing Vegas cons for a while because Vegas, from what I'm learning, seems to be the only place that's really not enforcing any kind of protection, and it's really disappointing. Outside of that, I got to meet up with a lot of cool people. I got to meet up with Sheldon and like other, outside of that I got to meet up with a lot of really cool people that I know and love, and I got to hang out with a lot of people that I love and meet people who follow me, and that was really cool. To be honest, I went for videography for the fashion show and photos. I went for the lip sync battle, which I always record, and I went for the masquerade. Outside of that, there was nothing I really cared about at the con, so I didn't really do a lot there. A lot of the con was disorganized. A lot of people didn't really, I think, expect to have this many people back at the con, so they didn't really know what to do about it, and a lot of the events were disorganized, or other than the ones that tend to always be organized, like lip sync and masquerade, they were pretty good. But like a lot of it felt really disorganized, and like there was a lack of communication between people. I had fun taking pictures. I didn't take pictures as much as I thought I would of other cosplayers because honestly I spent a lot of time feeling anxious and trying to keep myself at a corner until I had to do my next like job to take pictures of things, and I hate that. Like I miss going to cons, but this just didn't feel the same. Probably one of my biggest highlights of con is I got to meet Sheldon, who is a cosplayer that I really look up to, and she's amazing and wonderful, and it was so fun to meet her every day and get to like wish her well wishes and make sure their sales were doing good, like check in every once in a while. It was really cool to meet her, and she's super sweet. Of course, masquerade and lip sync are always fun. I do want to talk about a situation that happened during con that made me feel a little uncomfortable, because normally I go to lip sync for your cosplay and it's a blast and it's so much fun, and this time around it just felt so frustrating coming out of it, because as much as the event itself was really fun, there were a bunch of videographers and photographers who kept blocking my camera while I was trying to record it, so that was really disappointing. But they had press badges, so I can't say anything about it, two of which almost literally knocked my camera over, but it just didn't feel like they cared, and I just felt like I couldn't say anything, and I was really disappointed because I always sit and record these events, but it felt like my recording didn't really matter because they had press badges on. So it was really frustrating with that one. And then the second thing that happened in lip sync is at the very end there's normally a major song that everybody knows and you have to know all the words to it to get up on stage. And like me and my friends were speculating it was We Don't Talk About Bruno, and I was really, really excited, and I was like, oh, you know what, I think I want to try for this one. And as I got up to basically, you know, wave my arms around and scream to try to get picked, I got completely swarmed. Not only did I get kind of pushed back by my friends in this crowd, I also got swarmed by a bunch of other people who wanted to do said song, and I had a panic attack. I had an anxiety attack because I was this 5'3" person and everyone was taller than me. Every person was taller than me. And so I just got surrounded and encased by all of these people trying to do this song. And I started like freaking out. I had to like stop, you know, waving my hand and screaming. And I had to go sit back down because as much as I wanted to do this song because I cosplay Peppa and I love this movie and I've seen it so many times and I really wanted to be involved, I literally felt like I got attacked and ignored, and so I just kind of backed off. And honestly, it did take away from the fun I had at lip sync, even though it's like, it's not, you know, Jez or the host, you know, it's not the event's fault. It's just that was a terrible experience for me. And honestly, it's sometimes the reasons why I don't participate in panels or why I don't participate in certain events, even though I want to and I think they're fun. It's when things like that happen, I can't, you know, it's anxiety ridden for me, and it's like I can't get swarmed. And like I said, it's nobody's fault in particular. I just wish that there was a little more respect when you see people are in front of you. And that was, it was really frustrating. So that experience did kind of hurt. I also ran into a lot of people who trigger my anxiety at con, but it's Vegas con, so there's not much I can do about that. Like, there were people who have hurt me in the past or who have literally spread rumors about me, and a few of my friends still hang out with them normally, so they were coming up to talk to everybody, and I just kind of had to be quiet and not involve myself, because normally that's the best way for me to kind of keep myself calm. Even though with one case I did have a little bit of a panic, but I kind of kept myself quiet and off to the side as not to worry anyone else, because I do a lot of the time shrink myself so no one else feels uncomfortable, even if the people around me are people who like tried to ruin my marriage or literally told rumors and lies about me to the community as if to make me a worse person. And it's unfortunate that I deal with that a lot in Vegas, and at the con I ran into at least 7 of those people who give me anxiety, so that's another reason why I was kind of hiding in the corners a lot of the times. And I do apologize if you may have been looking for me at Lvl Up and you couldn't find me. I was hiding a lot because there were several moments at con that I just didn't want to be there anymore, and I just didn't want to be around anyone. I still feel as if there's a lot of people in this community in Vegas who don't like me because of things other people have told about me, or because people have constantly been like, oh, well, you know, she doesn't really like people, or she does this or she does that. And a lot of times it's just me staying quiet because I'm nervous to be around people. But that's another whatever. I was called the name of somebody who I do not get along with anymore, and they literally have emotionally abused me and treated me like crap. And I'm not gonna name names, but it's someone people always confuse me with, and it frustrates me all the time because I still feel like as an individual in this community I haven't made my own name for myself because I'm constantly called this person, and it's really, really frustrating. So that was a little triggering, but I had fun with my friends. I had fun taking pictures, but this was definitely a convention that I might rethink going to. I don't know. I feel like I can't not go to it because I don't want to be weeded out of my community, and I don't want to be pushed out. and it's the only way to see some of my favorite cosplayers and people that I love, but this con felt fun but painful. I was reminded a lot of where I stand, you know, and I was so happy to see so many people that really make me smile, but I feel like I disassociated a lot, and I kind of just wasn't all there because of as much stress that was going on through my head. So I would love to sit here and just say it was the best con ever. Like when I went to Portland, I was super excited and stuff, but it felt hard. It felt really hard to be at this con and to really like be able to distinguish which parts of it were fun and which parts of it were stress when all of it started to mesh together into one ball. I went home early on day one because I was just so overwhelmed and tired that I did not want to stay. So yeah. I'm sorry if that's not the exciting video you wanted for this convention. I'm sorry if any con goers see this video and feel like I'm completely wrong or the con was great or fun, and you know, I'm sorry if people you know think that maybe I'm wrong and maybe the con was fun and I'm complaining about stuff that's not that big of a deal, but that was my experience. I really wanted to have a good time. I really wanted to have fun at this con. It's a local con and I always like supporting the local cons that support their community, but Vegas has been so hard, if I'm being honest. And I know every cosplay community has their own problems and every con community has their own issues, but Vegas, I've just been feeling so weird. And there's such so many sprinkles of toxicity in our community that it's really hard for me to ignore and just go about my day as if nothing is ever wrong. I mean, we have popular cosplayers in this community that are very toxic and they're not very nice, but on an outside point of view from other places, everyone loves them because they don't see it. You know, we have cosplayers that are in our community that have caused trouble, and you know, and it feels like if you're this community feels very, if you're not for them then you're against them, and for that you can get taken down kind of thing, you know. So I kind of keep into my little bubble at this point because I can't mentally afford to keep going through this, like the politics of the cosplay community. I just can't. So, but that's a whole other story and a whole other video for a whole other time. And so Lvl Up Expo was fun. I really do wish that they enforced their mask policies harder. I do wish that I didn't get surrounded and lip sync, and I do wish that, like, also Masquerade was crazy. Like, there were so many people that were so good, and part of me is kind of like, I'm happy I didn't join, and then the other half of me is like, dang, I should have joined, you know? And like, I will always like give props and kudos to Masquerade because it's always a really great event, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself for not getting into this year, but I had to drop for mental reasons. I did not have the capacity to be doing skits on stage right now. I was afraid that if I got up there I would just have a mental breakdown in the middle of performing, and I did not want to do that. So, but the competition was crazy and it was great to see. But yeah, I hope that in the future it's a little more organized. Obviously we're coming back from a pandemic, so we're not coming back from the pandemic, sorry. We are still in a pandemic and we're coming back to cons slowly, so it makes sense that some of it was disorganized, but I was a little disappointed, you know? I'm hoping that everything gets better. I'm hoping that the next con we can do better. I'd like to apply to be a guest at my local conventions, but I don't expect it anytime soon. But yeah, if you do live in Vegas and you'd like to see me as a guest at local cons, bug them, email them, tell them you want me as a guest, because that's the only way you really get in to be a guest as a cosplayer in a lot of these local conventions. So yeah, but that's all I'm gonna say. There was so much other stuff that really caused me anxiety that, like, you know, was hard, but I really don't want to go too deep into it because those could cost me like 30 minutes to an hour long videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me rants about con stuff that you might not even live in. You might not even live here. So thank you for being here, and I appreciate you so much, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. But before that, because I always forget, if you like this video, if you like me, subscribe. There's a bell notification if you will see my videos when they pop up. And remember, you are loved, you are amazing, you are great in every way, shape, and form. Do not let conventions, hobbies, or other things take your mental health away. And if you must take a break, then do so. I'm slowly teaching myself that. So remember, you're awesome and you're amazing, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!